Task 1 is to evaluate organizational strategic goals and objectives using document reviews, interviewing, and other information gathering techniques in order to understand the strategic priorities. This diagram outlines the 3 key techniques for evaluating organizational strategic goals and objectives: document reviews, interviewing, and other information gathering techniques. Task 2 is to identify prioritization criteria, e.g., legislative, dependencies, ROI, stakeholder expectations, strategic fit using information gathering and analysis techniques in order to create a basis for decision-making. This mind map outlines the key criteria for prioritization: legislative, dependencies, ROI, stakeholder expectations, and strategic fit. Task 3 is rank strategic priorities, working with key stakeholders and using qualitative and quantitative analyses in order to provide a guiding framework to operationalize the organizational strategic goals and objectives. This mind map highlights the process of ranking strategic priorities, emphasizing collaboration with key stakeholders and the application of both qualitative and quantitative analyses. Task 4 is identify existing and potential portfolio components by reviewing documentation such as business plans proposals in order to create portfolio scenarios. This mind map outlines the process of identifying portfolio components through the review of key documentation such as business plans and proposals. Task 5 is to create portfolio scenarios. What-if analysis by reviewing components against prioritization criteria and using analysis techniques, e.g., options analysis, risk analysis, SWOT analysis, financial analysis in order to evaluate and select viable options. This mind map details the process of creating portfolio scenarios by reviewing components against prioritization criteria and employing various analysis techniques such as options analysis, risk analysis, SWOT analysis, and financial analysis to evaluate and select viable options. Task 6 is to recommend portfolio scenarios and related components based on prioritization analysis criteria in order to provide governance with a rationale for decision-making. This mind map illustrates the process of recommending portfolio scenarios and related components based on prioritization analysis criteria to provide governance with a rationale for decision-making. Task 7 is to determine the impact to portfolio and portfolio components due to changes in strategic goals and objectives in order to sustain strategic alignment. This mind map outlines the steps to determine the impact on both the portfolio and its components due to changes in strategic goals and objectives, aiming to sustain strategic alignment. Task 8 is to create high-level portfolio roadmap, working with key stakeholders using prioritization, interdependency analysis, and organizational constraints in order to confirm and communicate the portfolio components' sequencing, dependencies, and strategic alignment. This mind map visualizes the process of creating a high-level portfolio roadmap, highlighting collaboration with key stakeholders, prioritization, interdependency analysis, and consideration of organizational constraints to confirm and communicate the sequencing, dependencies, and strategic alignment of